Before we begin, I want to name something very cleanly, and that is that I can't tell you what to see, but I can show you where to look. This isn't a session about fixing things faster. It's about noticing where you're using or where you're fixing things and identifying how those areas are keeping momentum out of reach. If you uh, if you're expecting answers to questions, you may leave with fewer than you anticipated. But um, if you're willing to see and notice where you're reacting to things and be open to and willing to notice and open to listening without questioning the result, you will have a way to support your next decision with signal and not effort. Okay. You don't need to fix anything today at all. Just notice what becomes hard to unsee. Let's begin. Fixing the wrong problem, the mirage of progress. Profit Visibility Diagnostic Curriculum, Week 1. How to use this session. So, this is not a workshop or a tutorial. Nothing here needs to be implemented today. The purpose of this session is to sharpen how you see. So, your next decisions are made with clearer signal and not effort. The pattern is subtle. Founders get busy. The business looks active. Progress feels implied, but momentum doesn't follow. Busy does not mean advancing. Problems are being solved. Messages are being answered. Decisions are being made. Yet the outcome remains unchanged. Motion feels productive. Momentum changes direction. These are not the same thing. The mirage is false operational confidence, where activity creates reassurance without improving leverage. The business appears to move. The constraint remains untouched. The crystal engine is a lens, not a solution. Designed to make constraints visible before decisions are made. Clarity is not speed, it is orientation. Why progress can look real. Progress can look real because work is happening, problems are visible, effort is measurable. None of these guarantee movement. Why founders fall for this? The mistake is reasonable. It's reasonable. Founders are rewarded for responsiveness. Visibility favors what's loud. Urgency masquerades as importance. The visibility gaps, what you see is not what limits you. That's not the issue. Visible problems demand attention. Structural constraints operate quietly. The eye is drawn to noise. Loud problems versus quiet constraints. Loud problems interrupt. Quiet constraints persist. One feels urgent, the other determines outcomes. Visible versus structural. Visible problems interrupt flow, trigger reaction, and invite fixing. Structural constraints limit throughput, shape results, and resist effort. Only one controls momentum. Why do why does fixing problems slow growth? Reaction creates noise. Noise creates complexity. Complexity obscures the real limit. More effort applied to the wrong place reduces clarity, not friction. The hidden costs. Let's start with time. Time is consumed quietly. Rework replaces progress. Cycles repeat. Days feel full without compounding. Money. Money follows attention. Resources chase symptoms. Investments reinforce noise. Return becomes unpredictable. Confidence. Confidence erodes subtly. When effort doesn't translate, trust shifts from systems back to instincts. The business becomes harder to read. Opportunity. Opportunity doesn't announce itself, it passes while attention is elsewhere. Missed leverage rarely feels dramatic, it simply disappears. Where real clarity comes from, clarity doesn't come from effort, it comes from visibility, specifically, seeing what constrains momentum before deciding what to fix. We want signals, not reactions. Signals reveal structure, reactions reveal pressure. Only one improves decision quality. Structure over activity. Activity fills time, structure shapes outcomes. One is busy, the other is decisive. The question most founders ask is, what should I fix next? The better question is, and the question that changes momentum, is what constraint limits progress right now? No action required, only clarity. So, as we close this out, a couple things I want you to know. One is you are not behind. You are responding to what you see. Responding to what you see. The work is not doing more. The work is seeing differently. So, as we close out the session today of the Profit Visibility Lab, I want to um, leave you with one thought. So, most founders don't struggle because they're not working hard and they're not intelligent, right? They're struggling because they're doing what feels like the responsible thing and fixing things when really that very action of fixing is what is impacting the leverage of momentum. So if something um, in this session unsettled you, resist the urge to just go fix it. Resist the urge to fix it. And that urge is not a problem. It's not an issue. It's not a flaw. It is awareness forming about how these different things impact your business. You don't need to decide anything right now. Okay. You just need to um, not fix what you're tempted to fix, but think about what would happen next, or what would go unfixed, or what problems will still exist if you did fix it, right? Clarity doesn't rush, it waits to be seen. Okay. So, with that, I want to thank you for thinking with me today. Until next Tuesday, bye for now.